This is Sean Granham, and today I'm interviewing a guy that I would possibly call the face of chill trap, personally, because his just seems to embody both sides perfectly. His name is Haan808. So, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I can't complain. So I'm feeling blessed.
Very good. So, to start off, what is your musical background?
Well, when I was about 5 or 6 years old, I started playing. I did like guitar lessons in my school. It was just like a local class after school that we used to do, and I did that for about, I would say, 6 to 7 years. And I did that, and then we moved out of the town we were in into a bigger city down south. And then I kind of just dropped it, and I didn't really take any guitar lessons. And then I just started teaching myself the guitar because I was fairly capable. And then and when I went into high school, I just started taking like the music like classes, like biology, music, psych, like that sort of stuff. So I took music class, and then when I was in there, I would just always play the drums and the bass and the guitar. And so I just taught myself how to play the piano and the drums and stuff. And then so it just like came naturally because I played the guitar at such a young age. And so, yeah, I would say I'm a drummer slash guitarist.
So, to rank them, you'd say drummer, then guitarist, then pianist.
No, I was a guitarist,
Yeah.
pianist, drummer,
Okay.
beat maker.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
from playing instruments, how did you get into music production?
Well, I would say about 4 years ago, I was a really big heavy metal fan, which I still like the odd like tune that drops out. But I was a really big heavy metal fan, and my older brother, saw that I had some musical talent, and so he's like, because he's a very big hip hop fan, like he loves his '90s boom bap, like New York era. So he was like, "Oh man, if you're a producer, you'll be so good at it. Like, oh man, like you'll just like fit in the scene so perfectly." I'd be like, "Oh yeah, like hip hop's dumb. Like I hate it. Like I didn't think it was music." And then, yeah, it just gradually like progressed as he kept on trying to show me like the hip hop. I kind of like started getting into it, and then I initially got this software called Mixcraft for recording in a little like band I had at school. And so we did that to record like our tracks with like the vocals and guitar and drums and stuff. And then on it as well, you could produce. It was like a garage band type thing. And so I started like producing little songs on there, and then it just gradually progressed into this, like where I was like, oh wow, this is amazing. Like my brother was right. This is sick.
Does he ever have like an "I told you so" moment when he hears your stuff and like sees how successful you're being?
um, nah, he's not that type of guy where he's like, yeah, I told you so. But like, he knows that I'm thankful for him showing me like and like pushing me into doing it. So I don't need to brag about it. Yeah, he knows.
Yeah. So I'm kind of surprised to hear that you only started listening to hip hop kind of recently. What music did you grow up on?
Like music that I grew up on, like around the house when I was a child, or music that I wanted to listen to?
Both.
Okay, well, music that I wanted to listen to obviously was like heavy metal until like 4 years ago. Then I was introduced to like Wu-Tang Clan, A Tribe Called Quest, Ninth Wonder. Ninth Wonder was a huge influence for me at the beginning, and because my brother like loves those stuff and he would play it out loud. When I was growing up, my dad would play a lot of old school like Iranian Persian music because I'm half Iranian, and so that would be played around the house like on the CDs, or like when we were in the car he would put on the CD and just like jam out. And so yeah, that was like the main influence at a young age, because it was like there was a lot of percussion involved, and in my beats I like to add in a lot of percussion. But
Oh, really?
yeah. And so yeah, that's what I grew up on, I guess.
Cool. Yeah, I can kind of see the parallel because to say your tracks have a lot of percussion is a bit of an understatement, eh? But
Yeah.
Iranian music is
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
similar with a lot of the rhythmic stuff that they have going on.
Yeah.
I know nothing about heavy metal, so can you give me a bit of a
Yeah.
primer? Like, who are your favorite heavy metal bands? Educate me.
Oh man, it's a little embarrassing because they're usually a heavy metal band or a punk band, or just like a metal band in general have like the weirdest names.
Yeah.
And so like one band that I still like, but like I used to listen to a lot, was a band called Five Finger Death Punch. And so I used to listen to them and Motivator. Yeah, and 3 Days Grace.
That first one sounds like a kung fu flick.
Yeah, if you saw the guys in real life, yeah, it would be the opposite. They're like
Really?
typical, like, yeah, anyway.
Yeah. So your first project was Moonlight Waltz, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it had
Moonlight
quite a
Waltz.
different sound. It's a lot more traditionally hip hop compared
It
to
is.
your more recent stuff.
It is.
What changed over time that made you kind of leave that sound?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I've left that sound, because in the Moonlight Waltz EP dropped when I was pretty much brand new into this this electronic future beat scene, you know. And so I don't know, at the time I thought it was appropriate to upload an EP straight away. So that those songs are like, in a way, my first tracks I made. And so as like my EPs were like made in the progression of time, and those EPs show my evolution of me being in the scene, because a lot of the EPs have different sounds to each other. And so I would say my album now is really different to my Moonlight Waltz EP, except it still has the same vibe, that futuristic, atmospheric, like a lot of pads, a lot of synthy type of stuff. But like, I wouldn't say I've lost that sound. I've just like evolved it into the scene that I'm currently in. And now and then I still have a jam, like those type of like old school hip hop beats and stuff. They're just unreleased. But yeah, I would say it's just like an evolution process, not necessarily leaving.
Yeah, I should have said evolved instead, because they are similar despite their differences. It's just progression, a natural progression anyway.
Yeah.
Why is it not on your Bandcamp anymore? Are you ashamed of it or something?
A little bit, yeah. Like, it's not that I'm ashamed. It's just like that's the old Haan, yeah. But like the old me, like I feel like I reached a point in my musical talents where I evolved, like I said before, into this like newish scene, and I'm starting to create my sound that I'm really satisfied with. And it took me a while, and so that's why I don't want to leave like footprints where it was like, oh, so he was totally different. So like, oh, this guy changed up and stuff. So I was like, nah, I'll take it out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone would think that personally, because one, progression is natural, and two, like you said, it's not even like you left it. It's more that it just evolved.
Yeah.
And three, the project is dope, and you're depriving the people
Thanks,
of
man.
learning about your origins, man. I implore you to reconsider. But it's really good, man. It's strange because leading up to this interview, I was just going through like the tracks of yours that I had, and then I realized that I had that, but I had never like listened to it. So I started playing it. It was like, oh, okay, this is different. I need to check when this is from. And then I went to like Google, and
Yeah.
it just wasn't there. I was like, covering up his tracks.
Yeah.
I Cool. So I think this was your second project, and that was Collaborations from Mars, which was released around the same time in mid-2013. It featured a number of collabs with other heavy hitters like Samuel Truth, I'm in Pain, and Negrosaki. How did you get all of those collaborations so quickly?
I just hit them up. It's that Twitter game, man. It's that Twitter game. I was just like, yo, I'm making an EP and I want every song to be a collaborative like thingy with another artist. And they're like, all right. And at the time, I was already close to Samuel Truth, you know, because me and him live in the same country. And so, like, yeah, the musicians in New Zealand and stuff, they're quite like, I wouldn't say tight, but we're all like together. So like we're all like one unit. And so we just like help each other with this sort of stuff. And so I just asked Samuel Truth, and he was like, yeah. And then I'm in Pain was kind of the similar situation, because he was in Australia and he lived in New Zealand. And so we already had that mutual connection. He's half Persian, I'm half Persian. We're like, all right, sweet, let's do it. And then and then Negrosaki, I just asked on Twitter. now we're friends and we just talk, and yeah. It's the same with all the other artists that are on the EP/album. I just ask them, and they're like, yeah, sweet, on Twitter.
It's crazy, man, because a lot of people would hear that and be like, I'm there spamming my songs to people, getting no response. But I guess the quality of your music, as well as obviously like your personality and sharing similarities between you and those producers, must have made getting together a lot easier and a lot more natural.
Yeah, I guess most of them, most of the collabs,
Yeah. You spoke late last year on the scene in New Zealand for your kind of music. Do you feel like it's gotten bigger since then?
Gotten bigger as in sense more people knowing it in the country and stuff?
Yeah, more people knowing it, like more shows happening, and so forth.
Okay, yeah. I would say it has. It's developed quite a bit. It's a difficult question because it has developed, but it's still its roots. It's still on this like party, like poppy, top 40, like typical, your radio like music and stuff. And that like New Zealand doesn't want to like let go of it because they love it. And they like some cities are still really, really into their drum and bass and like their dubstep and their heavy metal and stuff. But the electronic future hip hop like scene, I would say, is like it's coming up quite slowly but prominent. Like it's obvious that it's growing fast.
Cool. What artists, both inside and outside of NZ, should we be looking out for this year?
Samuel Truth. Now his name is Troy Samuela, his legit birth name. So if you want to follow him, add him on Facebook and tell him I sent you, and he'll be annoyed, and that's good. And so I would just say Troy Samuela, Ben Jamin is a producer from Auckland, New Zealand as well, and Tene, like those. I would say those New Zealand artists are like I looked up to those guys, man. Like they're really dope. They're really sick, and they're real talented as well, and real underrated too. It's just like, oh man, it's real frustrating, but it's all good. It's all love.
Yeah, I've been a fan of Benjamin since I think maybe Seasons, or it was the Cosmic Composition.
Oh yeah,
that I heard him on.
Yeah, I love Seasons. Seasons
is my favorite track of him. He's amazing. Like the actual track itself is just incredible. The way he like sampled Drake and so forth. He's awesome. Yeah. As is Tene. And obviously like Troy Samuela. Cool. So you credit Sango and Eloquent as your two mentors in music. What roles have they played in your career so far?
Yeah, they're cool. Like Eloquent is just the guy I go to for help, like anything, like I cut my finger, what should I do, kind of like like any questions, any doubts, any just anything I have that I'm skeptical, I just want to talk or just chill or just like say a few words. He's always there to like help me, and I think he knows that he's in that mentor situation by chance, but yeah, it's not like he's a mentor as such. It's like, I'm your mentor, listen to me. It's just like, yeah, I'll help you out, bruh. And same with Sango. Sango's like, anything I have, any questions, I just ask him, and then he just gives me the best opinion he has, and I take it and try and absorb it, what they say, I guess.
Cool. Yeah, I think I got the word mentor from a tweet, but it must have been more like a idea of just helping rather than actually like mentoring. And
I would say it's borderline mentor.
Yeah.
But borderline friend, trying to be nice.
Yeah, and through that friendship, they help you naturally anyway. So.
Exactly. Yeah.
And vice versa.
It's organic.
Yeah.
Organic. Yeah.
Cool. So tell me about your upcoming album titled "Some Answered Questions."
Okay. Where should I begin? What should I say?
Okay, so where does the title come from?
Okay, that's a good question. The title comes from Some Answered Questions. It comes from essentially, as we're talking about me evolved as a producer, it comes from, how should I say this? Me in the future asking me these questions, and those tracks is me answering myself. Like, have you found your sound? And this is my answer to your questions. And so there could be in the future some answered questions and some unanswered questions albums in the future, part 2, like, yeah. So, but I would say that comes from, essentially me asking myself, like, the question, not literally, obviously, because it's weird and crazy, but like me asking myself, like, have you found your sound? Like, what are you doing in life, pretty much, like, where I am in life. It's not just musically, it's just, like, other personal things that's asking myself. And those tracks are a story that I tell with an answer. So, yeah.
Cool. What inspired you to choose that as the theme of this album?
Good question. Well, I think because, like, all these other EPs I made, because I wouldn't consider them albums, even though they're like 15 track EPs. Like, I wouldn't even say they're albums, they're just small EPs, projects that I made when I didn't really find my sound. And I feel like when I'm making the Some Answered Questions album, I'm at a point where I'm happy. Like, I don't have to try to impress all these other famous or, like, beat makers, you know, because a lot of, like, musicians or producers or artists these days try and make that similar sound to everybody else and try to, like, say, hey, I can do this too, I'm talented as well, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, I'm at a point where I'm just like, I'm happy, like, I'm friends with the people that I look up to, literally, and so I'm just like, I'll make this album, and I'll be like, it's about me this time. It's not about trying to impress anyone.
Cool. So this is technically your debut album, then, yeah?
I would say, it's my debut. Like, it's like a refresher. It's like, this is me. Like, this is literally me. Like, I'm not trying to make any new sound or, like, evolve right now. I'm happy where I am, so this is me.
Cool. You're signed to both Trapdoor Records and Mellow Orange, and a lot of producers would kill to be on one of those labels, let alone both.
Yeah.
Given what I said before about your chill trap kind of vibes, it makes a lot of sense, because obviously Mellow Orange is, like, very mellow, not to make a pun, but it's very relaxed and very chill.
And Trapdoor's very
trappy.
Like,
Exactly, the hardcore trap. Harddoor. Sorry.
Hardcore, same thing.
How did your relationships with those two labels begin?
Well, there was a time in my music career where I was going through a lot of, like, a lot of communications with a lot of different type of record labels and collectives and, like, crews and stuff. And so personally, I just felt like Mellow Orange and Trapdoor were the best for me, because I got along with the people quite well, like the owner of Trapdoor and of Mellow Orange. And so, like, we had, like, a little connection. So yeah, I'm happy that I'm good friends with the owners, because then we can have a good relationship in terms of business and music and all that other sort of stuff. So it's good. Yeah.
Cool. So, can you detail your live setup? Because last I heard you were using 2 different laptops, one for production. I think one was a Windows and the other was a Mac, wasn't it? And the other was for live setup. So is that still the case, or?
I have one laptop for production, one laptop. I use a Windows for producing. But recently, I use Ableton for producing as well now on my Mac. And so it's a bit of both, like, whatever I feel. But recently, the way I produce is have Ableton and Fruity Loops open on the 2 laptops, set them at the same BPM, and have a jam on both programs. And so once I've done, I just export the stems, the audio files, onto either one of the programs and just mix and master it on there. And so that's how I produce.
That sounds complicated.
Yeah, it sounds complicated, but it's easy for me because I want to use Ableton and I want to use Fruity Loops.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'll have both.
You know, they're dropping Fruity Loops for Mac, right?
Yeah, they are. But yeah, I tried to get Fruity Loops on Mac, but it didn't work. And so I was like, I'll just get Ableton. And then once I got Ableton, I'm happier. It's tight, Ableton.
Yeah, it's really fluid.
It's great. It's a universe, man. And yeah, in terms of my live setup, it's just my Mac Tractor. I have a beat pad and then a small DJ controller where I obviously DJ on Tractor. And then I have Ableton open. with the beat pen. I just have live drums set up too, and so sometimes when I'm performing live, I loop I usually do it with my own music. I loop like the melody from Trapdoor, and then I just start playing live drums and like effects and stuff on the beat pad, and so that's how I play live.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite gig that you've ever done so far?
Favorite gig. I don't think I can say I have. I would say all of them, except for two, because they annoyed me.
Okay.
But other than those two, I would say all of the shows. It's just great because I have not most of the time. Sometimes I have a lot of like different type of reactions on the shows. You know, sometimes I perform at shows with big crowds, and they just like every song I drop or every song that I drop of another person, they're like, oh. And then sometimes when I'm playing at a smaller club, it's a bit of a chiller vibe, and I get to play whatever I want. You know, like I get to play something that I'm feeling on that day, or like, and the crowd, like the people in the venue are just like feeling it. And so I like playing like most places because I know what to expect. That's what it is in New Zealand also, because yeah.
Cool. You opened for Teebs last year, didn't you?
Yeah, that was cool.
How did that come about?
Well, I was hit up by one of the guys that work at Madcap, which is like an event holder / label / crew kind of thing, and one of the guys that worked there hit me up, and he's just like, yo man, I really want you to get to open and perform for Teebs. And I was like, alright, sweet. And then we just like sussed it out, got the flights to Auckland, and then performed, and then yeah, that was that.
Awesome. So what are your hobbies outside of producing?
I really like to draw and create designs, and yeah, a lot of I make a lot of designs out of like garbage. People would say it's garbage, but I see it as tools. So yeah, I just make art canvases and stuff, just put things together and create. That's the only other hobby I'd say I make. Like, it's graphic design except with my hands, and then I edit it on Photoshop. Yeah, but that's what I do. I can't think of anything else that I do other than music and art.
There's nothing wrong with that. Teebs is this like kind of similar, right? Because he does a lot of physical painting and collages. And he also
we had a good conversation about that.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. So, do you do the artwork for your own releases?
Nah.
Okay.
Because I see, yeah, I want the releases to be a reflection of the music, obviously, and so, like, I feel like my designs and my artwork outside of the music world is like is a different reflection of me, and so I keep that away from my music. Yeah.
Do you think we could ever see an audio-visual Haan808 hybrid? Like an installation or something?
Maybe, I'm not too sure. Yeah, I'll hit up Mike Gow for it. He's the guy to go to.
Oh yeah, he would be. And he'd also be able to do something with his iPad app.
Yeah, like man, he's crazy with
or something. Yeah. He's awesome.
Yeah.
He does not think the data.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Cool. And you're still in school, right? So how do you balance studying and producing?
Well, actually, 2014, I finished high school, my last year. 2015 is a fresh, brand new, I'm free kind of thing. Yeah, so I'm not actually like in school anymore. It's crazy to think about, but yeah, all those years gone. It's just like, it's weird. I don't know what to do in life now. I'm just like free. And so yeah, I'm not really doing much, just like producing and living with like 3 other guys and just working. Yeah, next year I'll study though.
Yeah, what do you plan to study, if you have any idea?
Visual communications, or bachelor's of applied arts. Yeah,
that's
good.
perfect for you. I mean, what you do then, isn't it? So
yeah, it's easy. I love it, and so I get to study what I love.
Yes, do what you love.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool. So what's your favorite remix that you've ever done and why?
I don't do much remixes actually, but I would say 90% of my music online and at places are originals. 10% is like remixes, but I would say my Staro remix. I really like it. I think it's cool. And my Sango remix.
Omi.
Like those are two remixes. Yeah, those are the two remixes where I worked on for quite a bit. And so those two are like my favorite ones. But my favorite of all time is actually this one that I've made. It's Emile Laurie. Is it Laurie or I can't say her name.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's Laurie or Laurent, but yeah, you've been hinting at it on Instagram, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, there's little clips and stuff. Her For Real remix. I think that's my favorite one. I just finished it yesterday.
Yeah.
That and then my Staro.
Cool. And does that one have a bit of footwork in it, or was I hearing wrong?
Yeah, it does. I love footwork. I love going hand with the kicks and snares and stuff.
Yeah, you do.
So yeah, I do. So yeah, it's got footwork.
Do you know when that might be out?
Nah. Last night I was just like on Facebook and Twitter. I was just like DM me or comment on the post or message me your emails and I'll personally send you a remix and an unreleased original. And everyone was like, oh my god, I'll do that. And then so they just, I just emailed them the Emile Laurie remix. And so I don't think I don't have really an official release. But yeah, I was giving it out for free to people.
Cool. I saw that, but figured it'd be stuff from your new album, and so figured I wouldn't really need it because obviously it's like the Dropbox stream. But now I regret it because I want to hear that remix, man.
I can send it to you like right now.
Yeah. Yeah, you can send it after. I'll take it there. Yeah, that'd be cool, man.
Yeah.
So, what would you say are the main inspirations for your sound?
I would say just my life, just what I do in general life. Like, for example, if I'm home a lot, I would start feeling quite obviously like clustered inside of a home, and so I'll feel quite like, ugh, I need to get out, and so I'll make a beat that's quite, I don't know, grimy or a reflection of how I'm feeling. A lot of the times, my inspiration is a reflection of how I'm feeling. And so if I'm out and about, like in town or like outside and stuff, and I'm feeling happy, I'd make a more ambient, more going on type track, And so, day by day life is my biggest inspiration, and who I'm listening to at the time in the day, not who I'm feeling forever, at the time of the day who I'm feeling. So yeah, I can fluctuate who I'm listening to. So
cool.
Yeah.
So before you became the man known as Haan808, when you played guitar, did you compose songs back then?
No, just for the band, just for the small band. Yeah.
Okay. And have you ever featured your guitar playing on a track?
I have. It's not released because it was quite recent. I don't know. I just have a lot of music that I haven't released, and I don't think I will release it because it was just a small little jam. It wasn't like a song. Like it wasn't a thing that I was trying to make into a song. It was just a thing that I was just having a jam, see what it would be like. And a lot of the times when I do that, things turn into like songs. And so yeah, eventually I guess it will be turned into a song.
Awesome. Every now and then you joke or hint, I'm not sure which one it is, about moving into rap. Is that actually a plan, or are you just putting people's legs?
Nah, that's honestly like I want to rap so bad. Like, I wish I was a rapper. I love rap. I love rhyming. It's just so fun. It just came about when I was with my friends and we would just like just play music and we would just like have ciphers and just like rap on the spot. It was fun. And then I was like, oh man, I want to be a rapper now. So that's how that came about. Yeah.
Cool. I'm looking forward to it. I feel like it's impossible to be a fan of hip hop and not freestyle over instrumentals, whether it's like out loud or in your head. I don't know how anyone could listen to hip hop and not ever do that.
Exactly. Like when you're listening to something and you're alone, or like there's so much noise going on that no one can hear you, just like have a jam in your head, or you like look around if anyone saw you so you don't look like a dick. But yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Sometimes when I'm driving on long trips in the car,
yes,
and I've got a SoundCloud all the way up, I'm just there freestyling.
That's the best part.
As the Japanese people like look around like, what is he doing? But who cares? Yeah. So aside from the album, what are your plans for this year?
Be better at what I do every day, and do my homework. Do my homework on what I do. If you're talented and you could be amazing and stuff, it doesn't mean you're skilled. You're just a talented person in the thing. So I feel like you're skilled in this talent when you do your homework. And so that's what I'm trying to do, pretty much. Do my homework. Trying to be skilled as well as talented.
Awesome. It's funny because when I interviewed Dean from Darker Than Wax, we started talking about doing your homework as well. With how like Disclosure, listen to like the old school stuff. They're not just current, they also listen to like the old school stuff, and do your homework was a big theme for that interview as well. Cool. Like, are you gonna plan like any more collaborations or anything else in the works that you can tell us?
There's collabs on the album that you know of. I don't know if I want to say, but there is tracks that I think Savon, is it Savon?
Yeah.
On AGO.
Yeah.
Me and him constantly on Twitter, just like hurry up and send those stems. Or Stelus. I think it's Stelus or Stelu. I can't say his name. Me and him are just like openly about on Twitter sending stems and stuff. And Mike Gow. Yeah.
Dope. Cool, man. So what is the plan for Haan808? Are you trying to take it to like a full-time career kind of thing, or are you trying to just see where it goes from now on?
It's a bit of both. It's like see how it goes, but as well as that I wish it could be a full-time thing. But yeah, it's a bit of both.
Cool. Last question, this is kind of random. Do you play video games?
I love video games. Video games is my life. Oh, yeah, to answer
so.
Your question before, video games is like my hobby.
Okay.
It's bad though.
Good, I thought so, but I can't remember how I knew that. So if you could soundtrack a video game, you probably know this. Future Beats are starting to inject themselves into video games. There's one called Oli Oli 2 that has, I think, Gans, Civi, Evil Needles, Starro, and that's like a chill skateboard game. So if you could soundtrack a video game, or like a type of video game, what would it be?
Oh, I would say Super Mario Zelda. They're sick. Or World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft, some of the music on World of Warcraft is amazing, because I'm a big World of Warcraft fan. I'm a nerd, everyone. And so, yeah, those three, because they're sick.
Cool. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see like their music replaced with like up-tempo snares and like hi-hats as opposed to like orchestral, or maybe even like, you'd probably cross both, I guess. Like orchestral stuff. Yeah. Have you ever sampled video games?
Nah, I've never sampled a video game, which I'm probably going to do after this interview now.
Okay, you need to send that to me. Because I'm going to be doing a mix of just like video game sampled stuff, so that would be perfect. But I know you sampled Dragon Ball Z for that one track.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember you asking like ages ago as well, you're like, what is the legal side of sampling Goku? I was like, what the heck are you talking about?
And so, I didn't do it for too long, so it's not copyright. So I did it a certain amount of time, so it's like, it's within the copyright acts, but yeah. So that's awesome.
Cool, man. Well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
No worries. It was great talking to you, man.
Yeah, likewise.
See ya.